Welcome to Roleplay Cafe. I am Jason. I'm here with Dell, and Justin returns to the group. Welcome back, Justin. John, up in the far right corner there on my screen, and Todd is our GM, and we are running Old School Essentials Joth session number 41 or something?
No, this is 40.
40.
Or is it 39?
I don't know. Well, we had the one off there with John and I and Dell, and that might
that's right. That was
only got 10 fingers, so
yeah.
That was 38.5.
38.5, right?
I don't know why I called it that. But,
so it's
let's
go ahead.
40.
Nice.
40.
So session 40.
Okay.
It's our first session of the new year. This is gonna be fun. So take it away, Todd.
All right. So when last we met, way back in November, I guess early November, late October, the party had battled on the shores of the Lake of Talons, on the north shore, in the shadow of the abandoned tower known as Stony Lonesome, and that's where Quinlan met his end there, at the hands of Crutledge, the man mountain there, who was Jay Codis's muscle. But you guys had taken care of Crutledge, and Jay Codis quickly just turned around, just took it all in stride, and decided to hire you guys. You know, since you were skilled enough to take out his man, he thought, well, maybe you guys can do something for me. And so he hired you to take out the goblins who have recently taken up residence in Stony Lonesome. He also had, you remember the octopus tentacle-armed Gregor. He and Helga, remember Helga? You'll see them, their pictures in the handouts, the NPCs. She was that redhead who had kind of been hanging out with the original party a long time ago, when they first came to the Lake of Talons area. But now she is in cahoots with Gregor, and they are working for Jay Codis as well. And they left the area just a little while ago to go to Brickett's Bottom to take care of some mission for Jay Codis there, something to do with the Well Witch you overheard. Okay. All right? And all of you would know that the Well Witch is probably going to be opening the portal back to Joth in the next, probably in the full moon, which is going to be in the next day. All right? Finally going to happen. But you guys have this task at hand to take out the goblins who have taken up residence in Stony Lonesome. Mm-hmm. So we will change over to the map. You can see in the picture there, I put a little mound there in the lower little right-hand corner where Quinlan was buried there on the slopes of the hill by Sarah and... Yes?
Okay, I didn't want to interrupt you there, Todd, but I just wanted to say, so when last we left with Mud, he was in that battle that was a while back. I don't even know how far it was. Do you remember fighting a lizard man on a bridge?
Oh, yeah.
So we ended up fighting him, and we had found a shortcut to Stony Lonesome from that bridge on the river that led through a tunnel that took us into a level of the dungeon.
Good for you. That's right.
So am I with this party? Did I come back from that and then I just kept that tunnel as a secret? Or Or did I just show up coming out the door as being like, no, I've been in there for months.
No, you are going to be there rather shortly, okay?
Okay.
You give me a couple of minutes and Mud will make his triumphant return to the stage.
Okay.
All right, so just sit back, relax, and let's see how these guys go. Okay, so there's Quinlan's grave that Sarah and, was it Lauren?
Mm-hmm.
Doug, all right. So he's buried there, and like I said, your task has been to take out these goblins. So I'm going to move over to the actual map of Stony Lonesome itself, which is at the Log of War. In there, here we go. And boink. Let's see. Okay. All right. Guys all see that now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so from your vantage point, which we'll say is down here somewhere. All right. Yeah, you can see the corner of the building. You can see the breach in the wall here. And as you're looking at that, George, you have this sense of deja vu about that breach in the wall. And you just know that if you go up on that pile of rubble, there's a good chance that you're going to die. You just can't. There's a glitch in the matrix or something. I don't know. Okay, but so
I'm not going up there, guys.
See, so you'll see the main doors there. Okay, and you can see some arrow slots in the corner of the building there. All right. So you don't see any signs of activity on the top of the tower. Nothing obvious at this time. All right. So what would you like to do?
Perhaps I could play my lyre by the door and coax them out into the open so we can kill them more easily.
All right. So you would like to approach the front doors and play your lyre.
Just
if
get
the
their
rest
attention.
of the group is behind it.
Just get their attention. I will climb the rubble once you have their attention.
Right.
Once he's dead, I claim the lyre. I know a person who will buy that.
Mud, you are currently tied to a stake.
Oh,
Yeah, that checks out.
In the courtyard. Actually, you are in the courtyard of this structure, and you are tied to a stake with your hands above your heads. You don't have your armor, and you don't have your weapons. You were captured when you were hired by Jacotus, along with another couple of adventurers, to do this very same job, take out the goblins. But you also used you had knowledge of that other entrance into Stony Lonesome. Unfortunately, things didn't go well for your group. You're sure most of them are dead. But you were captured and been tied to this stake now for about a day after a ferocious battle with these goblins. And you also know that they have a dire wolf in their employ, as well as a bugbear. All right. And these goblins have been making sport of every once in a while. They've been firing arrows out from the tower towards the stake that you're on, trying to hit you, and you've been kind of twisting around to keep yourself out of their line of sight on the back side of this stake. All right. So there's a few arrows stuck into the stake. And as you're standing there, you think you could hear the sound of somebody playing music beyond the gates.
The exposure to the sun has been too much. The stress. It's driving me insane. Wait, what's that moron doing over there?
All right.
Hey!
And
Hey!
are you calling out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're calling out. All right. And George, you will easily be able to hear someone calling out from inside. Perhaps it's one of the goblins. I don't know. Right?
Now I begin to play a bit louder and begin the tune, or begin the lyrics of the song. Which
Don't try to drown me out. I know you can hear me.
It's about a young woman who falls in love with a fish.
I'm getting shot at here.
As Sarah hears the cries, the music and the cries of some victim in the courtyard, I will look at Kavnin, and I will tell him, keep a watch for me as and I will pray to Asgrim, protect us, kiss the idol, drop it into my tunic, and then I will slowly try to climb up this rubble and peek into the courtyard and see what is going on.
All right, making your way
Canavan hears her and gives her a sideways glance, and then pulls his bow up and sets it above the rubble, keeping a low profile, kind of guarding her.
All right. So, Sarah, you make your way up the rubble, and yes, it's very unsteady. Every once in a while, a rock kind of clatters down the pile, and they shift around. So you have to be careful going up.
Okay.
Right? But you get to the top, and I'll let you see what's inside here.
Okay.
See the inner courtyard.
Is that the stake that he's tied to?
Yes, that's the stake. You see a lone individual. How would you describe Mud, Justin?
Desperate. Right now I'd say that he's fairly young. He probably has kind of a thicker scruff than the last time he'd been seen, so he probably has like a very small beard, but very long, oily brown hair. And very, very thin, scrawny, really. He's a treasure hunter by profession. And if anyone calls me a thief, well, they're just jealous. But he's fairly short, just really gangly. Not very I guess he's not really muscle bound, but I mean he climbs he's very athletic in that way. I guess he's very acrobatic. I guess an acrobatic build. But yeah, he's probably just tied up there, probably dirty, filthy, maybe blood from some of his teammates, and just tired.
Right. All right. One other thing you also see, Sarah, is over here. This door. Why is that not doing this thing? Come on. Where's my ping? Oh, because I'm not on the. That's why. Okay, so right there. Okay. You can see there's a very heavy chain attached to an eye bolt inset into the wall beside this door, and the chain goes into the open door, into the darkness of that whatever that building is. Okay.
Yes.
Meanwhile, outside, George and Cavnan, where are you again? Del?
Canavan is at the ruin, the hole in the side wall, and that's where I assumed where we were the last time.
Okay.
And she crawled over, Sarah crawled over the rubble, but I'm peering in between two rocks, kind of angled, and I'm seeing I believe guard on the tower up top, which has caught my eye. So I'm looking specifically at him. I believe he's in a window or on the parapet or something.
Yes, that's something that you would probably see. There is on the second floor of the tower. There's a breach in the wall up there, and there's somebody moving around up in there. It looks like.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's what caught my eye. I kind of just I'm more aware of that, but I'll shift my gaze from the tower to the courtyard, and I've noticed Mud sitting there, which has curiouser and curiouser, as far as someone being staked in there. Obviously, he's a prisoner of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm just overwatch right now.
Okay.
Can I see the what's barring the door there on the right, separating George from us?
You see, there is. Oops. Hold on here. There he is. Okay, so you should see. You might even see that far, I guess.
Okay.
All right.
So it's it's almost like a hallway or a tunnel towards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I will wait for hopefully George to pick up tempo and get to the height of his singing prowess, and then I'll slide down this other side and make my way as carefully as I can to Mud.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Well, That's good. That's a safe. So you're sliding down on your butt.
Yeah.
On this pile, and that seems to be the wise move here, as some of the rocks give way and clatter down into the courtyard. The courtyard has a bit of a depression in it. You might see the lines.
I do. I see the lines. Yes,
right.
Yes.
And that actually leads towards this far corner.
Okay.
As well. Okay. All right. So still no sign of anybody.
Okay. Are they? They're not currently shooting at him, right?
No, they're not currently shooting at him.
Okay.
Right. All right.
George begins changing the lyrics of a song as to a door that should be open to lead the way to musical harmony.
All right. And could you roll a 6-sided dice for me? What'd you get?
I got a 2.
All right. So as you're playing loudly, you could have swore something moved inside through this arrow slot over here.
Mm.
All right.
Okay.
You saw some sort of movement. All right.
All right.
You're making your way over to mud, Sarah.
Yeah. I will pull an arrow out of the ground and try to use an arrow tip to try to cut his binds, unless he's chained or something.
No, he's not chained. He's just tied. So you will be able to free him, and that's quite a relief to you, Mud. Your arms have been up over your head for a while now, and it's good to get the circulation back in them. So you are free.
Yeah. Thank you, my friend. We have to get to cover quick. Those goblins in the tower have been firing arrows at me for most of the day.
So I don't say much, and I'll point in the direction of the rubble. You are welcome, and I'll point to where I came from. I have a friend waiting on the other side of that rubble.
All right. So, let's see.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Once George notices that movement inside of the arrow slot, he's going to start leaning up against the wall right by the arrow slot without exposing himself, and start singing about hidden creatures inside the wall. And I'm going to direct my music to whoever is inside of there in an attempt to enchant him.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. All right. So how's that work?
So how it works is by playing music and singing, the bard can fascinate subjects within 30-foot radius.
Oh, okay.
This ability does not function in combat. It affects up to 2 hit dice of creatures per level. I'm only level 1, so it'll be 2 hit dice. And let's see, I believe they get to make a saving throw.
Okay. All right. Versus.
Actually, I'm checking this real quick. I'm just skimming through here.
Sure. Yep.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Do goblins? I guess do goblins count as persons or monsters?
Monsters, aren't they? They're in the monster descriptions.
Okay.
No, but Sarah will certainly make her saving roll.
I can't affect monsters.
Oh, 5. Not good. Sarah is completely enraptured. Sarah is that he must be a man of Asgrim. Listen to that voice.
All right, so you are quite enthralled, I guess, by.
Now, is that a blanket save? Do I also have to make that save, or is it a?
Well, yeah, you can make it too. Yeah, you'll have to make
Okay.
it.
So what am I resisting? So what's the save?
I think it would be. Is it for spells?
Yeah, it would be. It would have to be enchantment spell, I would think.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's not that everyone that hears it is fascinated. It has to be directed towards particular subjects.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
it's not
So
directed towards
Sarah,
you.
being the egomaniacal narcissist that she is, she just assumes it's
She
directed
thought
at
it
her.
was a-
Yeah, well, of course it is.
Her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Main character syndrome.
While you're doing that, you hear a creak, a loud creak from this door opening up, and a single goblin steps out and points towards you, you two at the stake.
Okay.
And-
Can I interrupt just for a second, Todd?
Sure, you can. Yeah.
Okay, so actually, so Mud, I very lucked out and got a super high dexterity. If I take a quick look at Sarah, does she have like a dagger or anything on her real quick?
Being a cleric, I have no.
Okay, like not even for like cutting meat or anything like that, or a knife? I was like,
I might have. I would assume I might have a skinning knife or a knife, probably.
probably nothing that would have been worked as a weapon. Oh, I thought I could do something cool where I could just like lift the knife and throw the dagger right at the goblin. But I don't think I can.
Well, there's arrows around here, right? Arrows
Yeah.
stuck in the ground.
Yeah. I would need a bow for that though, right? Or can you?
Yeah,
just,
you wouldn't be able to throw it that far. Like
you can't throw. Yeah, you can't throw an arrow really at the
No. But as he's pointing towards you, a hulking shape kind of emerges from the darkness within, and with a growl, you see a rather large wolf pad out from behind this goblin into the courtyard. He's got a very heavy chain around his neck, and you can't see the full extent of that chain, but the goblin seems to be indicating that he wants the wolf to attack Sarah and Mud.
Okay.
So, with that,
I'll prepare. Bring my shield and mace up, and put the stake between myself and the wolf.
Friends, and I will run to the rubble.
you will run to the rubble. Okay, let's.
Kenneth is on Overwatch, so I don't know if he'd been able to see this approach. You know what I mean?
If you're up on top of the rubble, you'll be able to see it.
Yeah, that's what. If I saw the danger, I would have wanted to at least get a surprise on it. You know.
Okay. All right. I'll give you that. You're already in a good position, so you'll get one free attack before we go into initiative order. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So make your roll.
I'm sorry.
I'm waiting for Del to make his arrow attack, his bow attack. Del has got his microphone off. All right. Where'd he go? Del. No, Del.
Yeah, it's 11. Sorry, my headphones aren't working. I'm having
okay.
go now.
All right. So you rolled an 11?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that misses. And now let's just roll for initiative. Somebody roll for the group, and I'll
5.
roll for...
Since Sarah's
5.
Preparing for him. 5.
Okay. 2. Okay, so you guys are quicker than the beast. You got that space in between you, so go ahead. What are you gonna do? Yes, go.
Yeah, I will keep the post between myself and the wolf.
Mm-hmm.
And my goal is, if the wolf comes at me from the left, I will circle around to the right. I'm going to try to get the thing to wrap itself around the post.
Oh, okay.
So I'll keep moving, backpedaling kind of in a defensive posture if it comes at me.
And Mud, you're heading for the rubble?
Yeah, because this woman, my savior, who came through the rubble here to rescue me. She said that she had a friend or an ally up on the other side. So that's where I'm retreating to. Being a man of no armaments and no armor, I am very susceptible to wolf jaws and fangs. So I'm going to run up there as fast as I can.
Okay, so you're scrabbling up the rubble as the wolf lunges out and starts running across the courtyard, stringing along the large chain behind it, and growling and yapping as it comes towards Sarah at the stake.
Okay.
All right. And I'm going to, as you're trying to your maneuver there to lead it around there, I'm going to give a -3 to this creature's attack.
Okay.
Because of the maneuver that you're doing. All right.
Okay.
So whatever we roll here, we will take away 3. So that means.
And I'm. You need 14 and up for me.
Okay, he has so that puts him down to just a +1 to his roll. So here we go. He rolls a 16, 17, and what did you? I'm sorry, what happened? What? Oh no! All right, so
first kill of the night.
Yeah. So you try and maneuver it around, but the creature is quicker than you suspected, and it does get a bite in on you.
Okay.
And the damage is 5 points damage. What?
It moves so quick that it tears my throat out.
Are you?
No, Sarah bites.
No.
She has a moment to gurgle out, I am but a vessel for Asgrim, as my shield goes flying, my mace falls, very quickly Sarah is consumed by
First death of the year, Jason.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Didn't our group have initiative first?
Yeah.
Del definitely did.
Del. Oh, wait. You're right, Del. You're right, Del.
Oh, man, sorry.
What'd you roll? 11 again?
11 again, yeah.
Yes, so arrow goes over Sarah's shoulder and goes past the wolf as the wolf clamps onto her throat and just shakes her like a rag doll before she falls to the ground in a puddle of her own blood. Well, you get to work on a new character there, Jason.
That's what I'm getting ready to do.
We can get one in here pretty quick.
Okay.
All right, so... Jeez. Kevin, you can also see that this wolf is injured. All right, it does have wounds upon it. It's been in a battle recently. So Mud makes his way up to the top of the rubble. Maybe looks back over his shoulder just to see the creature end Sister Sarah's brief life. And what do you two do at that point?
I mean, since he's, I'll take a steady aim at it since the wolf is tearing into Sarah and her gurgling. So he's pretty much situated as he is, but I'll let loose again.
Okay.
And hold on. Still getting used to this modern technology.
You rolled 11 again?
No, that was me. I'm rolling up my character. Sorry.
Okay.
Now, a nat 20.
Whoa! Nat 20?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there are no criticals in OSE.
Oh, man!
Speak for yourself, Todd. I just suffered a critical. I was critically killed. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I don't know. What do you?
It's all relative.
I'm kind of ambivalent about this. What do you guys think as a group? Do you guys like criticals or not?
Well, I was going to say I like usually keeping things like I don't know why I'm one of these guys that likes raw, but I think
I love raw.
I think with the 20, I think it only counts as like, it's a hit. It doesn't matter what the math is.
Mm-hmm.
A 20 is just always a hit, but there's no critical damage on it. But that's up to the group.
Mm-hmm. I mean. All right. And then the rest of you.
Thanks for your help, Justin.
Oh, you're welcome, Del.
Next skill up and run.
Yeah. Not only should Del should just get something. You should mail him something for rolling it.
For what?
How about
All right. So I roll.
I was going to
What
say,
you say, John?
how about something narratively beneficial happens on the 20 in addition to the regular damage?
Something okay, I like that. That's kind of neat. And you, the player, I mean, what do you think would be narratively satisfying for a 20?
Well, I just rolled a 1 HP, but maybe I could pin the scruff to the pole or to the some part, or to Sarah or whatever.
Oh,
but
okay.
To try to just hinder its movement, so to speak, and buy us a little time, as it were.
That sounds good. All right, so you will impede its movement for 1 melee round. All right?
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay. All right. And George, what are you doing at this point?
So after hearing people dying and the fighting going on the other side of the door, I'm going to try to open this door. I assume it's not going to work. So anticipating that, I'm just going to start running around and getting to the broken wall area with my sword out.
All right. The doors to Stony Lonesome, they look like they have been rather roughly, poorly reconstructed. There's lots of gaps in it. All right. It doesn't look too terribly sturdy. And you can actually see through those doors and through some of the slats in the boards. All right. And you can see the activity going on in the courtyard.
Okay. Then I'm just going to take a run at it and try to, I hit it with my shoulder.
Okay. All right. So why don't you make a strength check?
All right. Success.
Okay. All right. So you barrel on into this barred door, and you can see that there is some sort of board across the two doors securing it. But you are quite surprised that you smash right through it with quite a bit of ease, and the doors just swing open.
Okay.
Rather too easily, you think.
Oh boy. Well, I'm going to use since it opened so easily, I'm just going to use my momentum to start charging into the courtyard.
Okay. All right. So you charge into the courtyard, and that's when you realize that there was some sort of covering in this alley, covering a pit.
I figured.
Ah, yes. Oh, hear the alarms? Hear the sirens up there? Oh. All right.
It's advanced technology for a goblin. Do they have alarms?
It's their alarms. All right. Yes. So there was a covered pit just inside the gates. Oh,
right.
Okay.
I try to Looney Tune it and just run right over it. It's probably not going to work.
It's probably not going to work. No. So I want you to make a save versus Dragon Breath. Just for the
Dragon Breath. All right.
Yeah, it's just a dexterity save of sorts. But I'm doing it to you, not you doing it to me. So go ahead. This will do to be lessen the damage.
Breath attacks, I assume you mean, right?
Yeah. Yes, breath attacks.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
You're trying to evade that. Yeah, breath attacks. 17.
Success. Wow.
Okay, super.
It's barely.
So you fall into the pit. You would have taken 3 points damage, but you're only going to take 1 in this case.
All right.
Okay. The pit is a good 10 feet deep. And yes, there's all kinds of nasty feces-covered spikes and thorny things down there. So yeah, you evaded most of the damage so that you could have taken there. All right. Okay. Meantime, now, Cavnan and Mud, are you staying in that position? Okay, Cavnan has +1 strength, so 2 damage to the wolf. Okay, all right.
Yeah. As far as staying in that position,
Mm-hmm.
now can I see the bard run across the pit?
You would have been able. You would have seen the doors burst open, him rush on through, and then all of a sudden he's just not there anymore.
Okay, so he did not. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that would definitely, because I was about to turn on my heel once I saw kind of pin the wolf a little bit, and I would have made a little gesture to my fallen comrade and grabbed the Mud as he was scrambling up over to help him. Slide over on the other side of the rubble.
Okay.
And pitched him and spun him around, and we'd have seen this, and because I was about to leave, but and obviously he's trying to scramble away too, but I hold him fast, and I'm waiting to see what happened inside of the pit, and I'm taking another draw on the bow to release on the wolf again.
Okay.
So,
all right. So you saw him fall into the pit. You get this other attack on the wolf. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead, roll for that.
Fails miserably.
Okay. As at that point, you come under arrow fire from above, from the tower above. All right. Yeah. So there's a few arrows coming your way, but I'm only gonna roll for one of them at this point. Okay. That's definitely anywhere near getting you. And 11. And what's your armor class?
Oh, it's a miss.
It's a miss. Okay. All right. So, yep. And these are small arrows. They're not full sized. There's not full size arrows, right? That are coming down. So you figure maybe there's been 3 or 4 shots made, and that was the closest one that got to you. All right. Okay. Are you two vacating at this point?
I was going to say, I think we really need to retreat and I don't think I can talk to, is it Canavan? Is that who that is, Del? Is that
Canavan. Canavan.
Well, I don't think, I'm still running towards the rubble at this point, I think, right? Or am I up there already?
No, you're up there at this point.
Okay. Well, yeah, I would be at this point. I would be like, there's no way that we could fight all that are here right now. These are more than just simple goblins. They have a bugbear and a dire wolf in their stronghold. We need to go back for reinforcements.
And it's you're scrabbling up. You had to scrabble up here. The rocks were kind of sliding back down.
But could I do a climb walls check on that? I feel like I could almost parkour it.
Yeah, just parkour it.
Yeah, parkour!
Parkour! Okay.
I don't know if you want to do that or if that's up to you.
I like it. No, I like it.
You want me to roll it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
31. That's well below 88. So we're
88. Good. Wow. Okay, nice. So you won't have to make a save with all that rubble falling down.
I don't even break stride when I'm running. Yeah.
No. It's just poetry in motion, Cavnan, as you see Mud effortlessly make his way up this rocky mound.
And just shouting, "Go, go, go, go!"
All right, and you exit under a hail of arrows, and again, only one of them though is gonna at this point have any chance of hitting anybody. And who's it gonna be? Let's see. It's gonna be Mud. Okay. Let's see what happens here. And 19.
Beautiful.
Oh.
Well,
so
we
in
all
one
know that's
stride
a
up
hit.
to the top of the just in time to catch an arrow in the back.
He gracefully, makes it up and then gets impaled at an arrow and falls over the other side.
Oh my god, okay. So 2 points damage.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, like right through, like I guess I'd just say like the left thigh or something like that. Just and I just go and I grab it and I kind of fall down once I reach the apex of the rubble and fall down. Those son of a bitches! They're tiny arrows, but they still hurt like full arrows.
All right, you two scrabble down the rocky mound and get out of the range of archers in the tower. What about George? What are you guys going to do?
I'm down here.
And then I'm gonna kind of roll my eyes and look over at kind of gonna be like, really?
Isn't Canavan right next to me? I thought he came over to the pit.
No, he was.
I'm just overlooked, in the rubble.
Okay.
I just saw you disappear, so that's what gave me pause to leave immediately.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going
I think
to
you're screwed. So
I'm going to try to make my way to the opposite side of the pit, like the door side.
Closer to the exit?
Yeah, and I'm just going to try to just pile all my belongings up and stand on top of it to try to pull myself out.
I see. All right. All your belongings?
Yeah, it's not very much.
It's like 10 feet deep, right? So I don't know if you have enough belongings to pile up to get you out of there. All right. So what if I put my sword down and stand on the well, I don't know what the called. That should give me a couple feet. Come on. Okay, all right. I'm going to give you that, but you're going to have to make a dex dex check. Sorry. Okay, because you're trying to balance on the crossguard of your sword that's stuck into the ground.
All right.
Okay. So if you do that, you'll be able to get out. If you don't, you're gonna lose your footing.
Ooh,
nice. I
nice.
succeeded.
Okay, all right. So you are able to get yourself out of the pit.
All I lost was a sword.
Yeah, all you lost was a sword. All right. And so now you are out, and the other two are out of the courtyard. Very well. And what are the three of you going to do?
Run away.
Yeah, I think we need to make our way back to Blackfish.
I'm not going to sit.
You're going to run away back down the slope.
I mean, what would we originally come in here for in the first place? But
we were all kind of hired for the same job, Del. It's hired on contract to dispose of goblins at Stony Lonesome.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was
0.
Yeah, but we now see what we're up against. So I remember being contracted out to do that, but no, we need to give a report. This is just the scouting expedition.
Is that what it is?
Well, I was going to say, frankly, we don't have enough intelligence to
now that we've ascertained what we're up against.
Wait a second. This was a rescue mission in which Sarah gave her life to rescue Mud. That's what this was.
There you go.
It's true.
Somebody here has to be the bard that tells the tales.
Yeah, and I will forever remember what's her face. She gave her life.
What's her face? She said something about Asgrim, right?
Yeah, ass grab or something.
Yeah, something about ass grab. Right?
Oh no!
Was that a girl?
So,
matter of fact, she was so plain you didn't even know it was a woman when you first approached.
No, probably not. I wouldn't have noticed. I just
she was very very plain, short hair. You wouldn't probably know it was a woman actually.
No.
So what do? Do you guys make your way back down to Jacodus's tent?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Okay, right. So less one person and with another person in your party now, Mud, who's been injured by one of those small goblin arrows through the thigh. You make your way back down. Sans George's sword, which is still in the pit, and you make your way back to Jacodus's tent. And you just walk in? Is that what you do?
Stroll in. I mean, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you stroll into the tent, and he's sitting there, sitting at his table, talking to somebody who you hadn't seen before there. And this would be Jason's next character.
Yes, sitting there, a very skinny, robed young man, pale, ghostly pale, dark eyes, and let's put it this way, not an attractive man, not an attractive young man, and stands 6'5", tall and skinny, awkward.
Mm-hmm. And what's
Ibsen is his name.
Ibsen?
Ibsen, Ibsen, like the writer Ibsen.
Ibsen. Right. Okay. Danish writer? Is that what it is?
Henrik Ibsen? I don't know if he's Danish.
Henrik.
I guess.
I don't know.
Good question.
Dollhouse? Is that what he wrote?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. Right. So, you were actually just arrived on the scene not too long ago, and then we're in discussions with Jacodus on a chance of employment with him. All right. And these three individuals come into the tent a little bit out of breath. One of them's injured without any weapons or armor upon him, and the other one's is how would you describe yourself, Del? Again?
Me, I'm a little bit withered on one side of my body, and the other side is like twice as large, basically. So I've got this kind of a hulking arm over here, and almost because of my lower decks, more of a club-footish, drag. So I'm a little bit like maybe the Hunchback, if you picture that or whatever, or the creature, a minimized version of the creature from what's that movie with Sean Connery? Extraordinary Gentleman. Jekyll and Hyde.
Oh yeah,
so it's got that proportionally. So I'm a little bit, because I got a very low charisma too. So I'm kind of off-putting when you look at me like disgusting. But that's why I use my bow arm on that side. Okay. But anyway, yeah. And one eye is a little bit bigger than the other.
Okay, all right. And George, how would you describe yourself?
A rather dapper-looking gentleman. He is. His clothing is very dirty, but it is obviously was nice at one point. And he has a very well-kept beard, and seems like he is probably very full of himself.
Okay. Well, Jacodus he just kind of turns to you, arches one eyebrow, and he's, well, that did not take you very long. Were you successful? Is the tower cleared already?
You send us into the bowels of hell.
Well, I never said it was
Dire Wolf and this scoundrel here, a reference toward Mud, says they have a, what did you say?
Yeah, they have. It's just more than simple goblins that are in the Stony Lonesome. They have with them a bugbear that I think is their leader, and a dire wolf, massive beast. Which unfortunately, rended the hero that came down to save me today.
We successfully scouted the area, but you put us in harm's way, and one of our comrades fell. I watched it myself.
Well, that is most unfortunate for your companion. Yes, but the task is still at hand, and perhaps Ibsen here can join you, and maybe you'll be more successful with his skills to assist you.
Ibsen stands up again. This is I don't know how tall the tent is, but he's
you can stand in it. It's a one of those field tents, right?
Yeah, right. Tall, skinny, and he holds out his bony hand for a handshake from anyone who will take it, and quickly withdraws it.
Or any jewelry?
Quickly will a bracelet.
Yeah, bracelet or any jewelry? No.
No.
I'm not going to steal it.
But Clinch.
No, I'll extend
Clinch
a withered
firmly.
hand for you to grasp upon.
Okay, yeah, he'll pull away from such a creature, and clinch. You see him clinch in his left.
I wince almost like an offense, that you did,
Mhm.
and then slowly withdraw my hand or whatever and put it back in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so becoming unarmored and unarmed as I am, I'm going to go over and whisper into Jacodus's ear and be like, "Yeah, can I get an advance, or is there like a what do you call it? A place like a field place to buy anything here, or?"
Well, there's a perfectly good suit of chainmail that Crutledge won't be needing anymore.
Oh, that's a little bit out of my league. I'm sorry, that's not going to work. I was thinking of something a little light here.
I
What was
have
that?
an extra dagger that I know that I can't use too.
Okay, if you're willing to give it, I'm actually fairly good with a dagger.
Oh, there you
Of
go.
course.
There you go. Go look in that chest over there. There might even be a shield or something.
Yeah, that's not good either. Shield training. Yes. All right. So yeah, I'll just go over to the chest and I'll kind of throw it open and I'll see what he's got in there.
Yeah, and in there you see the aforementioned suit of chainmail. You see a small buckler, and some clothes and stuff that obviously were his personal belongings.
Okay. So unfortunately, none of that works for a person of my skill. No leather armor or daggers or.
Oh, there'll be a dagger in there. Yeah, I'd say there'd be.
Is there more than one?
Let's see. Yes, there is. Yep.
Okay. How many we got?
How many we got here? Let's just see. You're gonna have at least two. You got. What the heck's going on here? What is this? Go away. Some window just opened up. I can't get rid of it. Right. So D4. Did I roll it? 2, 3.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 daggers. Okay. So I'm going to take all 8.
Take the 3. 3 daggers. 3 daggers.
There's 3 daggers. Okay. So I'll take all 3.
I see. I rolled times.
Yeah.
Can I have mine back since you just found 3 of them?
What are you talking about? There's no daggers in here.
I just saw you pick 3 up.
No, you didn't. No, it's fine. No, I'll just kind of give him. I'll just kind of smart. I'll just shoot him like a really heavy, just a quick smile, and I'll just kind of give back his dagger. If he really wants it, I'm not going to take it from him.
Okay.
So,
Right.
It's just because I lost my sword. I mean, I do need as much as I can.
Yeah, there is Critlich's two-handed sword. Remember the one that slew your companion, who now lies buried on the slopes of Stony Lonesome?
He tries picking it up, and he has no idea what to do with it. So
it's a big two-handed sword. It's pretty heavy in your hands, right? But yeah, that's all that he would have.
Okay.
So,
but no leather armor to speak of, though. Just the chainmail.
Just the chainmail. Yep.
Okay. So, no crap. All right. No, I guess I'll have to. Hopefully, I might be able to get back to my stuff and my tools, but that'll be for another day. So I'll just have to stay in the back for now.
All right. So let's just take a quick bio break, and then we'll continue on. Okay. Just give me a second. All right. Cool. In a moment. All right.
Yeah. I'm sorry that you never going to get to those 3 pages of backstory you wrote there, Jason. But
actually, wasn't she introduced in the last session? Like,
yes.
Yeah.
She was.
Yeah, I thought so.
Quinlan's,
I think Jason's got the record for you know what I mean? Shortest.
I have Unger survived
lives.
our last session, the one with John and I.
oh yeah.
So Unger was my lone survivor in that, and then yes,
right.
Quinlan was killed in the five. Last time we were at this slopes, Quinlan was killed in the first 5 minutes. Now Sarah's been killed. Yes.
What about the spider drop that time?
That was
you literally got off the boat.
Oh yeah. Arig's still alive and Unger's still alive. That's it. Yeah, and now this new character.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's the game plan here? What do you guys figure?
I mean, the hell with that place.
Well, I was going to say, I'm kind of thinking, since we're back at this camp, how big is this camp?
It's not very big. It's just one single tent. It's probably 15 by 15 tent.
Okay, so there's no more desperate schmoes sitting around that we could possibly hire as fodder or anything like that. I'm just thinking about if we needed.
We're in a thin narrow of available area that goes up to the tower.
Let me just get the kind of 3D view of the area here.
I was going to say because
there's the bridge. That's where Sarah was introduced in the last section. She came across the bridge.
Yeah,
right.
Right
after
bridge.
Quinlan was killed,
right.
she came across the bridge, and yes.
You have to be careful. I was going to say, you have to be careful. I've heard a tale of a knight who crossed a rope bridge in his heavy plate, which exploded.
Yes.
Upon impact.
Yes.
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 All right.
Yeah.
That was Kevin's character, wasn't that?
Yeah.
I think so.
Wow.
Yeah, Kevin's character.
Yes. And actually,
that was the same session the spider bit the head off my character.
That's right. Okay, so you see this, Justin. Here's the extent of the wax that's coming to the region from the north.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so.
Right. So it has come down from the north from Kobaeli on the west side of the river, but somehow at some point it has crossed the river prior to getting to Stony Lonesome and is now making its way down the east shore of the lake. It's been doing that through most of the late summer and early autumn that we're in right now, because it's it's about the ninth end of the 9th month here.
Okay. Okay. So what we need to do then, I guess right now, is just with the current party, with the job that we have right now, because we've all been hired by Dakotas, to deal with the goblin problem in Stony Lonesome. Do I have specific numbers of how many goblins we have here?
Oh yeah, okay. You have some. Yeah, you got some more background. You're pretty sure at first there must have been 20 in there, but you and the party you were with were able to take out easily half of them.
Okay.
All right. So you might have less than 10, plus the bugbear.
Okay.
And the dire wolf. Okay.
Okay. So
and you know that, I mean, it was a lot of combat and a lot of injuries on their side too.
Yeah, I'm just wondering because I think we're a little bit ill-equipped still, even with coming back just to regroup with a full party. So George, I see that you have songs.
Yes.
It seems to be your jam for this particular party. I'm just trying to find out what kind of group we have here. I was going to say I'm not even sure if we could take the goblins. The only thing I can think of, the possible makeup that we have.
Well,
if we could bottleneck them or burn the place down or something, but
that's just it. The thing is, what What do we know of goblins, Todd? Do we know like the rumors about them? Like, do they sleep during the day because they're not?
They're not very. You know that they are not very good in daylight.
Okay, because I was going to say our best,
and this kind of proves itself by, the amount of arrows that were fired down at you from the tower, and so many of them missed. Right.
Yeah. Did they seem more like lethargic too, like around noontime? Like when the high sun is out, that's usually probably their deep period of slumber, right?
Yeah.
The only thing I could think of is our best bet would be to try and sneak in as a party when they're the most, exhausted and tired, because they're usually up all night, usually burning whatever they can find, whatever garbage or refuge or people they can grab or get their hands on. But like I was going to say, I'm not sure if we have the numbers really when they come down to it.
If we could smoke them out of the tower or something,
I was thinking, or just to go in and kill, just to bottleneck them and kind of kill them from a single room or a single vantage point where we could bottleneck them. That would be our best bet.
If we got Canavan up in that tower and took out whatever archer they have up there, I think we might do fairly well if we can get them all out in the open.
Well, I was going to say, I think our best bet would be to go when they're the most exhausted and that we sneak in. We try to get to the top of the tower, slay what goblins we can up there silently as possible, and see if from the tower we're able to fire down. I'm actually really good with a bow, and my gear
I'm pretty sure that's what I just said.
Yeah. Well, that's I'm agreeing with you. No, I'm not taking your plan from you. I'm agreeing with you.
But towers are made against the sword hand, so if you're climbing up, you don't have a swing arc. Yeah. It's the tower. It's the defenders that have the advantage. You know what I mean? As you're.
I know what you're talking about, but the thing is you don't use a sword. You can use a dagger just as easily as a sword. Savage successive times. Well,
Jay Codis, he also interjects in the conversation to say, we would have no burning down of this tower. It is imperative that we take possession of the tower.
We can smoke them out. I mean, if we have any,
As long as you can guarantee that the tower will still stand at the end of the day.
Is there any hay or anything that we can pile up in the base of that door and light it up and just smoke them out?
Well, we've got to make a minimal amount of noise. I'm not sure if us kind of hucking a bunch of heavy bells and hay up at the front is really going to do that. I'm sorry, but what is everybody's profession here? George clearly has I guess an ear for notes. Kenvin, I guess you're.
I'm a fighter, just a sell sword, but it's more of an archer.
Okay. Okay. And,
you'll see a little dagger on me and my store bow.
Yeah, you see clutched firmly in Ibsen's left arm, tucked under his arm, his fingers white knuckled around his spell book. Fairly obvious he is a man of letters. And,
so you're a magic user. Yeah, you're a magic user or a librarian. But I'm guessing being this far out of Joth, I'm guessing you're probably a magic user.
I am.
Something I failed to also note to you, Mud, is that in the middle of the tent, driven down into the ground, is a 5 or 6 foot tall stone, a black shiny stone that tapers off at its end. It's almost like a pillar, of rough stone, and there's all these blue magical looking lines kind of coursing through it, and you can feel a thrum, a hum in your bones coming off this thing.
Okay. I'll approach it.
Yes. Okay. Yes, you can approach it. Yes.
So taking a look at it, but none of these sigils or symbols or anything, they don't look familiar to me?
Not at all. No.
What about the Ibsen?
Same thing with Ibsen. There's nothing that looks like any script that you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's almost like there's the lines run all through this rock, and every once in a while it's like this little brilliance of light kind of pulses through the script around it.
Well, that's what I'll do. I'll reiterate that with everyone else. I'll be like, do any of you guys see this coming from the stone? A pulsing of light?
Yes.
And Jake Otis is yes. It happens all the time, yes. It is what keeps the wax away from the tower and our encampment, for that matter.
Do you know what these letters mean?
No, I have not been able to ascertain that yet, but I hope to one day. In fact, it is my hope that we will be able to duplicate this on a larger scale. And in so doing so, we will not have the need for the dragon god Thraxus to be our savior.
You got to be careful saying that. If any of those worshippers were to hear you, or those zealots, they would gore you from their center. But all right.
Do these rabbles in the tower, who do they worship?
Who do they worship? I do not know. My best guess is that they might worship the Witch Queen of Hexmore. But she is a
upon her decree, they may leave the premises.
What's that?
Upon her decree, they may leave the premises, or at least supposed decree.
She is but myth and legend. She has been exiled for many years since the Queen's War. So I don't think we have to worry about her.
You believe that these letters carved into the rock are what is keeping the wax at bay, or is it the rock itself?
Combination of
it is the magic in the rock. Do you not see it? And I'll trace my hand along the veins of light.
Yeah, and you can feel there's power there. Absolutely, right? Yes, this charging of this stone is what is keeping wax away from our position currently, and it is my hopes that with further research, we will be able to do this on a larger scale.
And you believe the research can be found in the tower, or more rocks like this can be found in the tower?
No, my friend, no. The tower is but a high ground for us to take up position in. That is all. So we can survey all the lands around us as we carry on. The real research is down in the depths of the Lake of Talons, among the Talons, for that is where I retrieved this stone.
So the tower would be but a headquarters for you.
Aye, a headquarters. That is the word. That's headquarters. Yes.
And with that, I'll look around my party mates, Cock and Eyebrow, which you may not notice the subtlety upon his ugly face, though.
That is why. Yes.
Is Hilda still here, or has she left?
Hilda left not too long ago.
Okay.
With Gregor. They maybe been an hour, maybe. That they've been sent to Bricket Bottom.
Okay.
All right. Now, come. Are you gentlemen in my employ or not? Any treasure you find within the tower can be yours.
To get rid of the tower's occupants. No offense, but I take a look around the thing. It would seem that we need more than this, or at least some kind of a plan to live through this. A forward assault is not tenable, feasible. So
Yeah, but
Count me out unless we can think about this. I'm not putting my neck, and then I lift my neck up and roll my finger across it.
Yeah, well, this
and it would be hissed.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I have a feeling this is nothing that Joth needs to worry himself about. We're just hired for the job. It's up to us to discuss what we need to do for the job.
Mm-hmm.
So
yes, he's not
it's up to me to tell him that I'm not falling for it, and he's putting us in harm's way. If he expects to do this, he needs to be aware that that the job he's wanting us to do, we're not tasked, we're not capable of doing that without some kind of, and I'm trying to link some kind of a response from him. I'm telling, but as far as what does he have to give us that maybe tip the scales.
Well, we got a buckler and a chain shirt over there in that dresser over there.
Yes,
but he's part of the intelligentsia, so he might have some kind of and he knows this area, and he's obviously familiar with these stones and whatnot. So I'm just picking his brain.
Aye. Well, let's see. Hold on. And he goes over to another chest and opens it up, and he's taking out some things and clothing and candles and various accoutrements of his trade. And he's like, oh, well, I do have this vial here of a healing draft. Perhaps that would help you.
Of course.
I guffaw.
Can it raise the dead, Joth?
Unfortunately, no. You would have to employ the hag in the southern fens there, in the Fogmire fens. There is said to be a hag there who worships Hulda of the Cauldron and can raise the dead.
That's worth noting. And I'll flip my spellbook open and jot that down in the back of the book with my will. I'll peek out the tent and look up at the tower back in. Can you promise us there's great treasure in the tower? Can you promise me great magic? Do you know anything of this tower?
No, not really. It was just once a lookout tower, specifically placed there to look over the lands of Hexmore to the west as a watchtower for any incursions from the creatures there.
Just these vermin have cured themselves in this wall. He wants us to eradicate them.
Say that again?
Still, there are better ways. It's just vermin inside of this tower, and you just want us to eradicate them so you can gain high ground. I guess to improve your...
That is what he said. That is what he said, yes.
Yes, there are smarter ways to go about ridding yourself of vermin other than, one-on-one duel. So we smoke the vermin out and kill them as they leave.
Yeah, these matters are not of my concern. I leave that to your expertise.
Well, if they are sleeping during the day, I'm sure they'll be not necessarily in the same room, but they should be reachable by smoke if we fill the entire structure with it.
Yes, I mean, can you not smoke rats out of a... Can you not? Yes, if we can smoke rats out, we can smoke goblins out. I don't see why not.
If I could hit the side of a barn, I could hit them while they're coming out of the doorway.
Yes.
But can I ask you, Todd? I don't know if we're using the morale optional rule, but
we are using morale. Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to.
So, we'll use morale. And monster reactions and all that. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, is there like a large clump of woods or anything that's beside this? I think it's just all hills and mountains, isn't it?
There's copses of trees.
Would it be enough to blow smoke in the direction of the tower? Like, just thinking about wind and stuff like that. Like, was that...
The wind kind of comes from the northwest. So it would... most days it comes from the northwest, coming down from the mountains, north and northwest. Yeah, so it wouldn't blow towards them unless you got to the other side, maybe. On the backside, right?
So I have not seen this structure, but I infer that you did not get far. As somebody has died, you have been rescued. As I'll look at Mud. But it seems to me we will need to light the fire in the base of the tower to smoke out anything in the tower.
I was going to say, with this wax, Todd, did we lose access through the tunnel?
Oh, you don't know. Oh, actually, no. You did not lose.
Okay.
Good to remind me because that's how you guys got in there.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, like, well, if you come close, like I know of a way in that not even the goblins know, so we can go in through the back way. From some of the lower levels of the.
Oh, see, that's what I'm talking.
And then if we have enough ground, I'll with my foot, I'll kick the turf, grasses, and bushes. Wet grass and bush will be all we need to light to smoke out the tower.
Yeah, so you're saying we can smoke them out through this tunnel, or either we can sneak in. Either way,
we can either sneak in, or the tunnel is fairly long. The amount of smoke we would need need to be great. Not to mention that the tunnel does have a dweller within it, a spider made with the remains of bones from I don't know what was hiding.
Maybe we can smoke the spider, and that'll do our job for us.
But the spider, I don't think the spider breathes. I don't know what the spider is, but it seems to be a collection of bones and sinew from other creatures.
Maybe it can be a collection of bones from goblins.
I think I'd rather just fight the goblins.
Yes, it is. It is, in my experience, creatures of such magic might be beyond us. Mud.
Yeah, you won't drag me into a tunnel.
The thing is, with our previous party, we were able to sneak by it. As long as you don't engage with it, it seems to kind of leave you alone.
Your previous party, of which you only remain?
Yeah. Goblins are jerks.
I give a skeptical eye at you. You know what I mean? I don't know if you're leading us into some kind of a...
No, I get that, yeah.
What if we draw the spider out into Stony Lonesome?
You mean out of Stony Lonesome, or?
Out of the tunnels into Stony Lonesome, and then it will devour the goblins for us.
Yeah, that could be a possibility.
If we can push the goblins toward it or it toward them, whatever works, whatever's easy.
At least that'd be something to try. At least that's something.
And you say there may be but 10 goblins remaining?
10 goblins remaining, their bugbear boss, and a dire wolf, which is going to be much more trouble.
Well, that sounds like just enough to soften up this spider for us, and we can finish it off when the job is done.
Yes.
Yes.
Agreed. Now, how do we lure the spider? Mud.
I was going to say, from what I could tell, these things only seem to be aggravated if you attacked them. So we would need to find a way to get the goblins into the tunnel, I guess, and to have them attack it. If they don't know about it already, I'm not even sure if they know about it.
I'm sure they will trip upon it.
But we do have an instrument. You could play the instrument echoing into the tunnels, maybe draw the spider to us. Could you not?
George kind of looks at the ground.
Aggravate it further.
Like, I guess I could do that.
Yeah. A good use of your talents.
The itsy bitsy spider.
So if Canavan and I lure the goblins from the stronghold, as you both lure the spider, then we can introduce them on the steeps of the tower. Can we not?
I suppose so. George turns to Mud, and did this spider seem particularly fast?
Yeah. From what I can remember, we encountered more actually.
My big hand thunders down.
There's more than one of them.
Well, in the forest, yes.
Oh. Well, I guess I'm willing to give it a try.
Okay. So this tunnel leads into the tower?
Yeah, so it leads into the Stony Lonesome. I don't know, but the thing is, we never... So, out of character, when we played the game, we ended up crossing a bridge, fought a lizard man. You were a halfling then, Del. I can't remember if you remember that game or not. And then we went to the tower, and then there was the scout.
That was
I remember
the troglodyte.
Yeah, because you stole all of his stuff. Because me and I don't know who else was with us. Like you wanted to take his boat. You're like, nah, I'm totally want to take his boat, and because we pushed it out and it was floating down the river to distract him. And you're like,
you're right, that tunnel.
That's where you got that boat. Is it Stallworth? Doesn't he?
Stallworth has the boat. Yeah,
that's the boat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, so we only got as far as to the end of the tunnel to get into the Stony Lonesome, and then it was like to be continued, and then at that point we never continued with those characters.
Gotcha.
With that character. So I don't know. I don't know where it goes into. So I'm assuming.
So I'm gonna tell you. Okay. Because you and your party got farther into it.
Okay.
Right. And you came out into an area where there was. It looked like where there was cells.
Okay.
In a lower dungeon, and that's when this battle began with some goblin guards down there. There is, that there is a chamber there that has barrels piled all along the sides of it, and there's a big central hidden pit that actually proved to be the demise of about half of your party.
Okay.
Died in this pit. All right, and you were able to get through that area and make way up into the first chamber of the tower on the main floor.
Okay.
Through a trap door.
Okay.
But that's when you were overwhelmed with the bugbear and other goblins.
Okay.
So it goes up into the base.
Okay, so I'll
goes up into the base of the tower. Yes.
Yeah, so I'll reiterate that, and that's basically what we have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So all we really need to do is lure them from the tower and take the tower ourselves. I mean, once we are in the tower, we can lock them out, can we not?
I mean, if we, lay siege to the tower or push or smoke them. If we build up to where they can't escape the tower, maybe they will go into the recesses and bowels of the dungeon area, and then we can root them out and force them out to where the spider lies and wait.
If the spider's still there, it's been a couple days. I don't know if it ventures out.
It seems to me we must kill this dire wolf before we deal with anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And like I said, you did note that the dire wolf was injured.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seems to me we must take it out first. That would be ideal.
Okay. Well, is there anything in particular that grows within the area that we could use? Like, I don't know if there's like a remedy or like
let me. I will
poison.
Funnel into my education in the back of what there might be in the natural order of things in which we could concoct.
Yeah, I will
poison. Get some poison arrow.
Check Appendix P.
Yes.
Okay. Sure. Go ahead, make an intelligence check there.
All right.
Here
we go. And 13 is my intelligence. 4, yes, successful.
Oh. Okay. So what is the name of this plant that grows in this area that if you distill it down,
it is known as the toe fungus mushroom.
The toe fungus mushroom.
As it has the pungent odor of
Toe jam.
Toe jam. And it can be found. Okay. It can be found along the shoreline of deep water.
Okay. Well, the lake is deep water, so there you go. Maybe down by the cave opening, you might be able to find some. All right. Okay.
Then I think we have a plan.
Okay. All right. So you know that toe fungus mushroom elixir, it can be made strong enough to outright kill something, or it can make them unconscious at the very least.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we probably want to kill most whatever we're going to be dealing with, right?
Right.
Okay.
So let's go. You're going to go down to the shore there, down by underneath the land bridge.
Yeah, I mean, I'll follow. If you're saying the cave entrance is along the water line, then I will look for mushrooms as we travel toward the cave entrance.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, we could poison their water supply, maybe, if we know where the well is.
But it'll be a water supply. But we may need
that
water supply.
Mud, you very clearly saw a well in the southwest portion of the courtyard from your vantage point at the stake.
Yep.
All right. So, making your way down to the shoreline, you see the cave opening there underneath the land bridge.
We closed it last time, so it should still be hidden. So yeah, I'll show them. I'll be like,
yeah. Okay. So what I want you to do is you're gonna look around, see if you can find any of this stuff.
Okay.
Here. And actually, I'm just going to make your roll to see how much of it you are able to get. Okay. So I'm going to let you roll 6-sided dice.
Okay.
And if you can get 5 or 6 portions, that'll make enough to if it's still down, to make an elixir that'll kill it.
Okay.
All right. Anything less,
6.
Whoa. Okay.
Nice.
Super. Okay. So you're going to have to distill that down overnight. It has to be slowly teased out of the fungus.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
So you'll have to go back to Jacobus's tent.
Yeah.
And that.
Okay. And that is that I'll prepare the process for that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So back at the tent, you'll spend the evening coaxing the poison.
Yes, but it'll be outside the tent because the aroma of this could be dangerous to us all. So I will distill this outside the confines of the tent.
Mm-hmm. All right. So as the evening finally comes, sun sets, you can hear activity up in the tower. They're obviously troubled by something up there. You can hear them howling and hooting, and there is even a flame atop the tower. Whether what's containing the flame, you don't know, but there's a pretty big flame up there this night, and you can see shadows of obviously goblins or something moving around atop.
I asked Jacobus if this is normal. Do they often do this?
I see them do it every few nights. They light up their pyre up there or whatever they have, and make merry as goblins do in their fashion. Yes. I almost think they're trying to signal to someone something. I don't know. Anyway,
yes, not good.
So by the next day, your elixir of toe fungus extract will be prepared. And yes, the wafting smells of toe jam are all over the campsite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad
Yeah,
stuff.
that smells almost as bad as mud, right?
All right. So, what's our next move?
Okay, I believe I'm just going to lead them to the tunnel.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And what are you going to have this extract of toe fungus? What's going to be in?
It's a good question. Yeah, I'll pour out my wineskin, and I will put this poison in the wineskin.
Okay.
Just remember your wineskin is filled with deadly poison.
Yes. I'll draw a little skull on it for you.
I shall
You're
not.
You're going to what?
I'm going to draw a little skull on his wineskin.
Oh, okay.
So that we all remember.
Yes.
Yeah. Do not drink.
Right. Do not drink.
Good move.
Yes, I will not forget this. And how we are going to put it in the water supply? Is that the plan?
No. I think the best thing to do, because we definitely want to give it to the dire wolf, right?
Yes.
That is the goal,
yes.
right?
So we need a hunk of raw meat that we could saturate.
Yeah, we need a cut of meat, and then we need to soak it in it.
Yes.
Right.
Or fish.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'll probably-
fish.
Hey, I'm taking one of
Go ahead.
Say that again.
Just dip my arrow tips in the poison.
No, I'd rather not waste upon your chance. Upon your skills as an archer, I'd rather not waste our poison on such a.
And I'm guessing its potency comes primarily from ingestion.
Aye.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Am I still drawing the spider with my beautiful
No,
music?
hopefully we'll never have to deal with the spider.
I was going to say, I think the idea was that you would draw the goblins to the spider with your beautiful music.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, we've already determined that the goblins don't seem particularly interested in my music.
Mm-hmm. Well,
actually, some would say some humans don't seem particularly interested in. No.
If the wolf, if we can dispatch the wolf and the bugbear, the goblins, I think, shall be easy prey.
Usually their weaker wills are easier to break.
Yes. I can envision the goblins working for us if we do this correctly.
So we need to find something that the dire wolf would be willing to eat and soak it in.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Okay.
Possibly Sarah.
Oh, I would assume they fed Sarah.
Yeah. Who? Yeah.
Yeah. I would have assumed they would have fed Sarah to. Right. I'm assuming you told me the story, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure George would have sang a song about it.
Right. While I was cooking our poison up, yes.
Yeah. The tragedy of Sarah. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm a bit of a hunter, so I'll try to find some small game.
There you go.
Yeah, see if we could find like a cut of get a cut of venison or a bird or something like that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So if you, Kevin, if you go over the land bridge and go on a hunt that day, roll 6-sided dice. We'll see if you successful. A 2 or a 1. Oh, okay.
Oh no.
The game was a little sparse this day. Yeah. So you come back empty-handed.
We may have to fish along the river, down by the cave mouth.
Maybe that was a concurrent activity while he was out hunting. All right. So let's roll 6-sided dice. Whoever's fishing.
No, I would go up river where it's somewhat pooled, and sprinkle just a tiny bit of this poison into the river and swirl it around with a stick. See if I can't just bring up a couple of dead fish.
Oh, interesting. All right. Let's see. Roll an 8-sided dice.
An 8-sided dice, yes.
8-sided dice. Yeah.
Here we go. 4.
Okay. You must be diluting it
Too
too
much.
much.
Yeah, and I don't want to
Yeah,
spill any more of the poison out, so I will
unsuccessful.
cease with that activity.
Uh-huh. All right.
Yes,
or just simply fashion a fishing or a fishing spear of some sort.
Yeah, I don't fish.
You don't.
I look at the thief and the banjo player. I don't fish.
Liar, not badger.
Oh.
Perhaps I can enchant the fish to come to the surface.
Oh, for freak's sake.
Maybe we just use some of our
That is exactly what George would do. There's no doubt. There's no doubt in my mind. That is
So out of character, John, just to let you know, I'm saying these things about Justin, I don't mean them. I'm in character, okay? I just realized that, wait, I haven't played enough with John. He probably thinks I'm just being a jerk. So,
yeah, he should be.
That's all right. George is a jerk.
All right. So there's George playing his lyre down by the stream, down by the.
No one has any earwax or like little wax plugs or anything.
Oh, there's lots of wax around. I mean, you can get some wax.
No, I like my ears.
But unfortunately, George, the dulcet tones of your lyre are ineffective for fish. Fish even have ears, right? So no fish come running.
All right, so Mud, it looks like you're going to have to fish, Mud.
Okay. I don't know. I guess I'll try and make a net.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
A net.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's going to take you some time.
Yeah. Well,
to fashion a net.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't have any. And the problem is, what really stems is I don't have any materials. I have the clothes on my back plus 3 stolen daggers, and that's pretty much it.
Nothing you could fashion to.
The only thing I could think of, if I could ask, well, I might be able to. If I were to take, I don't know. I don't want to take Canavan's bow. Like you said that you're really good with a bow, right? Could you just not fire your arrows at one and like kind of harpoon it, or?
There you go.
He's out hunting. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not hunting.
He's out hunting, which is going to prove to be unsuccessful when he returns to camp later.
Yeah, we're all attempting to get some kind of meat during the day. Right? Yes.
I mean, you could build up a little dammed area to kind of catch fish and maybe hit them with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to go with the whole net thing, I guess. But yeah, I'll try as best as I can to see what I could do for a net. Well, if it takes me a day, it takes me a day, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to give you the shirt off my back.
Yes.
But no, keep your shirt on. It's fine.
I do have chainmail on underneath.
You're gonna be chafing if you take your freaking clothes off. No, just keep it. Don't worry about it.
Very concerned about your skin. Yes.
No, I just don't want to see him shirtless.
All right, so
I imagine George with like kind of a pompadour haircut, you know.
Oh no! Mud is 100% jealous that friggin' George looks so good all the friggin' time, even in his scummy clothes.
Yeah, I can imagine all of us ugly guys are treating George like he's the ugly one, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you will be able to fashion a very primitive kind of net if you take out some of the fabric of the threads of your shirt that you have.
Well, I'm gonna keep the shirt. I'll take the cloak off if I got the
cloak. Okay, fair enough. And after a few hours, and maybe you get the others to help along. You fashion a primitive-looking net of some sort. Okay. And is this like a casting net, or is it one that's going to be like in a hoop on a handle or something?
Oh no! This is like a casting net.
Okay, all right. Okay, so all this not work has been put into this net. don't know how you know this, but I
come from a long line of fishermen that I didn't want to really be involved with, but
okay,
one of your many backgrounds.
Yeah,
maybe you were originally from Savory Cove or something, and I don't know. I'll leave that up to you. Anyways, so you got this net. So okay, great. So it's late in the afternoon, and you're gonna go fishing. Yep. All right. So roll us a 6-sided dice.
Okay.
And on a 1 or a 2, you will capture something. And the fish ain't biting.
Okay.
All right.
Oh man, rations. That's all we got.
I do have rations.
Yes. The only desperate maneuver I could think of is if we could possibly kill a goblin and then sour the meat of the goblin and try and see if the dire wolf would eat it. Because
get past the wolf, get the goblin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now we could carve up some of the bodies that are laying out there.
Mm-hmm.
Did that.
Yeah, and
if anybody's comfortable.
Yes,
with
we must make do as we get there, as we have failed miserably in survival tactics. Fortunately, I have rations to eat, as we have not been able to secure any food at all.
But you have a nice net.
So. we have a nice net.
Make sure that's under your equipment down there, bud.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put a shit net. There we go. Yeah, no, a crude net is what I call it. Crude net. There we go.
All right. So by this point, Gavin he returns empty-handed from his day's worth of hunting, and you spend another quiet night in around the campfire by Jacodus's tent, and the goblins are a little quieter tonight. Up in the tower. There's no flame atop of it, but every once in a while you can hear some sort of yell or hoot or whatever. So they are there, right? All right. It does begin to rain in the middle of the night, and that carries on into the next morning. You've got a early autumn rainfall this day. Okay, so. What are we doing?
Following
first line
to the cave.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. So you make your way down to the cave opening, and what's our marching order going to be? Because it's kind of narrow down there.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm taking first because I'm giving them I'm kind of showing them the way. So I'll take it.
Bud, then
I'm willing to go second unless there's a strategic reason not to.
I'm willing to let you.
What's that?
Yeah, and I'm going last at 6'5".
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be
You're on your hands and knees.
Yeah, right. Crawling. Yeah.
Gibson, and then there's Cavanin, right?
It's probably pronounced any way you want to pronounce it, but
okay.
Canavin.
Canavin. Okay.
Yeah.
Canavin. There we go. All right. So you make your way. You light source?
Yeah, I don't have anything. So if anybody has a torch or a lantern,
no, we will have to borrow one of Jacodus's many torches or lanterns around his tent.
Should we have thought that before we marched down here?
Oh, I'm assuming we would have taken what we.
Yes,
could.
you. He did give you a couple of torches.
Okay.
Right? So
I will carry. I can carry a torch from the back row at 6'5", illuminating the whole area.
Okay. So
all right.
I'll take my couple. I'll have 2. So I'll go ahead and I'll just light one now, and I'll just lead the way.
Okay.
Okay. And you make your way into the cave, and it's very uneven. At some points, you have to crawl.
Oh.
And you make your way into the bowels of this hill.
Okay.
That Stony Lonesome sits at the top. Okay, we're going to paint the map here. And we're going to go up here. And no sign in your journeys through this. There is no sign of the spider.
Okay.
All right.
That is a positive thing from my perspective.
Now, in around this area here, just a minute. There. Why did that change color on me? This thing pisses me off sometimes. Okay. Black. There. Okay. So, can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So this is just basically there had been a collapse of the tunnel, of the cave tunnel here. And you really have to squeeze through.
Okay.
To get through. And when you do, though, you will see that things start to become more finished stone at this point. All right? And that's when you see some doors ahead of you. Okay?
Yeah, I remember this. Yeah.
I whisper to Mud, like, have you searched through these doors?
No, I was going to say, I don't think we have.
No, you don't.
No.
You can see there is bolt locks, sliding bolts on the 3 doors. And they have very small little barred windows in them.
Okay. Just hold back. Just give me a second. So what I'd like to do, if I can move up silently, can I listen to all 3 of the doors and use hear noise?
Yes, you could do that. Okay, so you want to move silently.
Yes.
Okay. So what's your percentage on that?
Not good. Move silently is 25%. So
25%.
Now, if I leave the torch behind, like give it to George and say, "Listen, just hold this here, and don't advance from this spot. I need a minimum of light to be able to do this." So,
okay, I'm going to roll for you because you don't know whether.
No, because that's how it used to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how it is in Basic. They say that the thief never actually rolls for their move silently or hide.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So as he leaves, I whisper back to like, what kind of adventurers don't search through all these doors when they travel through a passageway?
Bad ones.
I was going to say, ones that look at cell doors and think, yeah, that's probably a good reason why it's locked.
Okay, so you watch Mud continue down the passageway. He gets to the first door there on the right. And is the light source farther back with the party?
It is.
Okay. All right. So, and you're rolling. You're going to see if you hear anything.
Yep. So it's a D6 and then a 1 or a 2.
Okay. Yeah. And so that first door, you don't hear anything.
Okay. So then I will silently go to the next door. The one basically, I guess, over here on the left.
Okay. And you're again listening at the door. And you don't hear anything on that one either.
Okay. And then I'll check the last one.
Okay. Okay. And you do hear there's some sort of movement in that room beyond.
Okay, so then what I'll do is is there any way that I can see? I guess do they have like a little eye hole to look into? Like
like I said, there's like probably a 8x8 window in the door, but it's got bars on it.
Okay.
At eye level.
All right, I'm not going to risk it just in case it might be something else. So okay, then I'll stealthily kind of go back to the party and just let them know that I went down the hall and that 2 of the rooms I didn't hear anything, but the last one to the right, there seems to be something moving.
Well, what is it?
I didn't check.
You did not
know
check.
that there's something moving.
If they're bolted in, it strikes me they could be, how can I say this, an ally in our cause? They are clearly not goblins.
Could be quite possible, but it could also be an animal. I don't know what it is.
Ah.
Well, but if it's locked in, what do we have to fear unless we let it out?
Well, we can check it, but I didn't want to check it until I at least had a couple people to back me up in case I get into trouble. I mean, you never know. You can open one of these things to look in, and then the thing sprays acid in your face. I mean,
Well, let me write that down.
yeah. Shoot, I gotta quit doing that. Yeah.
I will. So I will tell everyone stay here, and I will take the torch from John, and I'll head to the first door.
Whoa! Before you get too far ahead there, Epson, I'll take another torch out of. I guess I'm just kind of carrying it around,
Right.
and I will light off that one, and
Okay.
then I'll say you can go ahead and take that one. So we at least have two as a backup.
So I'll approach
Okay.
this first door that he said he didn't hear anything, and I will.
Yes.
Kind of in front of the slit of the door, wave the torch around to make sure there'd be some light that
Right.
would be picked up by somebody that might be in that cell. Wait a
Okay.
second, and see if I hear any commotion or moving about.
You hear no movement from
Okay.
within.
I will then look back at my group, and then I will put a hand on the bolt, and I will slowly, quietly try to slide this bolt free.
And with my free hand, I draw a dagger.
Okay. The bolt makes a small squeak
Okay.
as you slide it.
And I won't open the door yet. I will listen once the bolt's free and see if I hear any commotion at all.
And again, no movement, no commotion from within.
I will look again back down the hall and nod as I slowly pull the door. Now, does the door open to the...
Outwards.
Yeah, but does it open up toward them or the opposite way?
It swings open to the east.
To the east.
So towards the
So the hinges are on the right side.
The right side. Okay. So I will pull the door open, but stay behind the door then on the right side.
Okay. All right. So you do that.
And if nothing appears to come out or crawl out, I will then wave the torch in front and then step around to look into the room.
Yes. And what you see is an empty cell.
Okay.
All right. The only thing in there, it looks like an old bowl. An old metal bowl of some sort.
Yeah, and I will go in and I will actually take that bowl up and put it in my backpack.
Treasure.
We may need the bowl. You never know, right? Bowl. Okay.
All right.
I will come out and I will slide the door shut, rebolt it, and then I will move down to the next door. And I'll wave. I'll kind of wave to them to come up a notch. Come up 5 feet or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah.
Yes?
Sorry, Todd. I just noticed is this a door right here too? Because I thought you said there were 3 doors.
There's only 3 doors. Let's see. Is that a door?
I don't know. I'm looking at it. I was like, wait, it looks like a door, but
Oh, it does look like a door. You're right.
but it's not.
It's a door.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I didn't notice
Never mind. I guess I just missed it. That's fine. We'll keep going.
I missed it too. All right. So, very well. So you're shining the torch
on the very next door, right? That he had investigated.
Okay. All right.
Same thing. I'll go through the same ritual. I'll move the torch about the slit. Listen. If nothing, then I'll slide the bolt. If listen,
you hear straight. Okay. Well, when you shine the light, you hear some sort of movement now in that chamber beyond.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll bend down at 6'5". I'll bend down, putting my mouth not over the slit, but just off to the side, but enough that I could whisper into the cell. Who is there? Who is in the cell? Hello? Did we lose Todd?
No, I'm here.
Yeah, I whispered into the slit. Hello?
Yeah, you hear some sort of groaning in there.
Groaning as if human?
Could be, yep.
Okay. Okay, I will now take a couple steps back toward the group. There is something in the second cell. I think it may be. It groans, but it does not respond to me.
Could be somebody in great pain.
It could.
Or
Just look in the slit and see what it is. What?
With that, I'll step back a couple of steps to the slit. I'll pull the torch away from the slit, so I'm not blinded by it, and I'll peek in to the slit.
Okay, and as you peek in, you see bony, green-tinged human fingers kind of grasp the bars in the window, kind of like they're reaching out as if trying to feel what's out there, right? And you see a face in the window, eyes that are very dead looking, and the face looks somewhat. It's obviously someone who's deceased but is in motion, and their lips are sewn shut.
Oh. Okay.
And now you can smell the stench of death and decay at the door. It's reaching up, but it can't get out. It can't get out at you.
No, right. Yeah, I'll step away from the door quite a ways and wave the torch toward my fellow.
Right.
And I'll tell them, I'll shake my head and frown.
Okay. And just at that, as you're doing that, you can hear a bolt on a door at the end of the hall sliding. Okay. And you hear a goblin accented voice announce, "Meal time, prisoner! Meal time!" And the door swings open, and looks like a jailer of sorts, a goblin jailer.
Yeah.
With a what's a little tiny plate or bowl, another bowl.
Okay.
Of something comes walking in.
And with that, I will.
Could we prep for an ambush because we heard him coming in?
Yeah, I'll give you guys surprise. Because that bolt.
Yeah, because I'm gonna at the same time I hear the door unbolting, I'm gonna be unbolting the door of this creature cell.
Oh, okay. Right on.
And I'm gonna pull that door open and basically use the door to block us from it and send it up toward the. So I'm going to pull because the door opens to east, right? So we can kind of
pull it opens to the east. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you swing that door open.
Yep.
And the creature within comes shambling out into the hallway and takes the goblin jailer by surprise. And I'm going to give him first attack on this guy. And he lunges into him and... All right, and so they are in a death struggle at this moment.
Yeah, and I'll swing the door shut and bolt it, and kind of charge down the hall into the fray. Torch first. On the next turn.
Curse escapes my lips.
On the next turn.
Okay. All right. So they're in their struggle there, and let's see. Who goes? The other creature gets one more attack in on this poor goblin before you guys will enter the fray. And and yep. So you can hear his quickly gurgling cry as this creature pretty much just grabs him by the throat and rips out his trachea.
Okay.
God.
And
Can I now make out what this creature is?
it's a slow-moving man in rotting clothes. You can see portions of bone through some of his rotted flesh.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So we can't use the Z word. Is this like?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
You can
with
use
that,
it if you want.
I will certainly take the opportunity to, while it's doing what it's doing, to stab it with a torch, light it on fire.
Light it on fire. Well, it's okay. It's all right. So you will. What's that?
So it has old clothes. So
It has old clothes. Yeah. All right. So up goes the zombie. A light as it's fixated on the goblin, and it then tries to stand up and come towards you as it's somewhat on fire.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you always get the initiative with these guys because they're slow.
Mm-hmm.
So party a light, and where'd my dice go? Here, I'll just roll.
I'll take a knee in the short bow and draw at the ready, and if I see an opportunity, but
Yep. No, I'll give you a chance there.
no.
No.
I was thinking about something, but I'm not going to say
Oh,
it
damn.
because I'm going to quick give you my
Okay.
ideas.
Okay. In these close quarters, yeah,
Shit.
with the magic user in the way and the door and all this, you're unable to hit. All right, and
yeah, it gains no
creature-
purchase, but at least we got some food to.
and there he is. He's coming towards Ibsen, and he gets his attack on him.
Wait,
Actually,
don't we-
Ibsen, you can get one. You can get one attack too. Sorry.
I was going to say, yeah, doesn't the whole party get it?
Yeah, the whole party. Sorry, the whole party. I was just wondering about that door being in the way.
Oh no,
Well,
I
he closed
shut
and
I
bolted
shut
the
and
door.
bolted it while.
Oh, you did.
Remember, I said
Okay.
I swung it shut and rebolted it.
Okay.
Yeah,
while it
all
was
we have
killing
is
the.
Yeah, all we have is
Yeah.
a soft, squishy magic user in the way. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, so I'll certainly swing this torch like a club at it.
Right. Okay, go ahead.
And no, not pretty.
No. Okay.
Okay.
Who's entering the fray next?
Even though I don't kind of really want to, I guess I'm going to move up a little bit. So with the dagger that I have, I can throw it.
Mhm.
Can I get within 10 feet of him?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so if I get within 10 feet at short range, which in Old School Essentials gives you a +1 to hit with ranged
Yep.
weapons.
Nice.
So,
Sure do.
yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and make an attack roll, and I get a +4 to, or wait, not +4.
Whoa.
Nice.
Oh, it is a +4, because it does have a +3 at 18. Alright, wish me luck. Oh, 12.
12.
It is a Z word, though, right? So
It
it could
is
be
a Z
low.
Word, I think.
Could be
Yeah.
low. He just has a lot of points.
George is going to get his sling out and pick a loose rock up off the ground and try to hurl it at this
I
creature.
can
that
imagine arrows
Wait,
ricocheting off
what
the
did
wall.
you rolled a 12? Is that what you said? You rolled 12?
I rolled an 8, but I get +4, so my total is 12.
Okay, that hits. Hits.
Okay.
That hits.
And I got... I do 4 damage.
Nice.
4 damage. Okay,
And
and
I'm out of dagger.
with it already injured from the flame and all that, you put an end to it, and it fumbles to the ground. All right.
I will retrieve the dagger
Oh.
from the creature and give it back to Mud. Fine work,
It's on-
Mud. Fine work, Mud.
How's your
George.
hand? Isn't it on fire?
Nah. Nah.
George
Okay.
puts a rock
All right,
on disappointed.
All right. And as you're doing that, you hear a voice come from the other door to the right, third door. and you hear somebody say, "Mud, is that you?"
Hey, you?
It's
You?
it's I, Virat.
Ah, Farad, of course. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and I'll just
You remember him. He is one of your companions that was with you on the first assault.
Okay, so yeah, so without question, I would go ahead and I would unbolt the door and get him out.
All right. And there you see your companion, a well-muscled individual, but he looks like he's been banged up a little bit. You know, he says, "Just give me a weapon, I will join you."
Okay. Well, I was going to say all I can really do. Well, taking a quick look, can I take a look at the goblin jailer? What was he carrying?
He would have a dagger upon him and a keychain.
Okay.
Wait.
What?
Wait. He's got his keychain so that, any locked doors going up to the sun.
Yeah.
That's good.
Give that to the thief.
All right. Okay.
So I'll go ahead and I'll take the goblin keychain, and then I'll actually give Garat a dagger. Actually, you know what? I'll give him 2. So I'll be down to 2, and then he gets 2. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And
I'll hand him a torch and tell him, "Lead the way. You must have much vengeance about you."
I do. I would need some armor first. You must retrieve that.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for that. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm still waiting for that myself, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. And you see a set of steps going down this passage, and you see a chamber beyond that's ringed with barrels piled high. And Mud, you remember this chamber beyond here.
Yeah, that's where we were ambushed.
There is a very large and deadly pit running down the center of these barrels. And that's the obstacle we're going to have to get through when we meet next time.
Oh, nice.
So we will stop there.
All right.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. I love a dungeon crawl, baby.
Yeah, it's a dungeon crawl.
Yes.
And so far, you got a bowl. That's great.
You
you're doing great.
But we've rescued.
Yeah, but I mean,
we've rescued guys.
It may only fetch 7 copper, but I mean, it's something we got.
But when we all incorporate into a band of adventurers, we'll all need our haircut, and the bowl will be our initiation haircut. We will all be wearing the same haircut.
Yeah, but it really is perfect. You take the bowls and we can cut up some meat and tank the meat.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
So
we can wash feet.
bowl
There's a lot we can do with a bowl. Lots of things we can do with a bowl.
So his name is Virat. Virat. Sorry, Virat. So
Virat?
Not Garat, it's Virat. It's
Okay.
Virat.
Dang.
Boy. Something like that.
Okay, there's
Can you just
5 of us now.
Yeah. Just spell it out, I guess would be easier in general.
There you go. Virat.
And what was his profession?
He is a warrior.
Okay.
Oil warrior.
Yeah. So he's not an elf, warrior, mage.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, he's human.
Yeah. Why Virat, the level 7 paladin?
Yes. Yes. The level 12 paladin. Yes. The killer of goblins.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hey, this is
Warder
Joth.
of bugbears, rider of dire wolves.
Bugbear Bane, Virat. Yeah. All right. Anyway,
okay.
Thank you, Todd. That was fun, guys. Thank you much.
Yeah. Thanks for coming out, Justin.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
I hope you guys. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, David couldn't make it tonight. That's unfortunate.
No.
So next week, what's on the schedule next week?
I thought
Barbarians or
I think David is going to run on Tuesday night either Dark Age of Man or Barbarians. I don't know. That's a great question. I don't really care if somebody wants to run something, whatever they want to do.
All right.
But it would be Tuesday night, I think.
It'll be Tuesday night, so I can't be there for that because I got to take my son to cadets. But that's just
we might be able to do Wednesday. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I can just only do one night a week, so it doesn't matter to me if they're always Wednesdays or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, plus two. I mean, that would be. We're playing on Monday, John.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So we're doing Aliens on Monday.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know.
Okay,
but Wednesday would work, or Tuesday, whatever works. Yeah. But okay, awesome. So
yeah. Well, we'll see when if David's running.